We'll start with the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ, continuing to reach out to the communities despite the pandemic. In Germany, we have Frances Manalili on an outreach program that brought smiles to the overseas Filipino workers and nurses around Germany. Let's take a look at her report.
Homesickness is very common, especially for those who live far away from their family due to their occupation. To give hope and comfort in this time of pandemic, an outreach initiative was held by the Iglesia Ni Cristo, Church of Christ, to bring smiles to the community of OFW, overseas Filipino workers, nurses around Germany. The outreach program called Aid to Humanity was held in various parts of Germany. Members of the Church of Christ prepared Filipino goods, especially knowing that many of the OFW nurses live in places where they cannot easily access these kinds of goods.
So today, October 31st, this is also in line with the birthday of our executive minister, Brother Eduardo Vimanalo. We have our Aid to Humanity, our outreach for people who may be in need, especially here in this time of pandemic. So what we're doing here in Frankfurt City is we're reaching out to not just within Frankfurt, but we're reaching out to some communities in Arnstadt and also in Darmstadt, to be more specific. Our hope is that by having this Aid to Humanity, by having these goodie bags, we're able to help them with material needs. We're able to have some supplies that would help them get through this pandemic. And it won't be much, but we hope that in the least bit it could help them. But looking at the bigger picture, our hope is that by reaching out to these communities, by helping them in this way, that we will be able to introduce them to the Church of Christ. And our faith is that that's the biggest aid that we can give to anyone in the world, is to allow them to have that privilege to serve our Lord God. Allow them to have that privilege to know what God's message is.
As an active member of the Church of Christ, I always make sure, or I always want to be part of any activities that is being launched by the church administration. And mostly this activity is to help those who are in need during these difficult times. And that is the reason why I took part and helped in preparing in preparing the aid for the frontliners. We wanted to help our Filipino nurses who are really doing a good job, doing an important job in helping to fight this COVID virus. I just want to thank them so much for all the hard work that they're doing. I know the sacrifices that they're making just to make sure that to cure, those people who got infected by the coronavirus. I am so in awe of their braveness. So I just want to say thank you, and to always be careful. And I hope that this pandemic really will end soon.
We're very happy and very excited also to know that we're receiving from our co-Filipinos here in Germany, and it's very rare. And we're very happy, and also wishing we're going to receive Filipino products too. We're expecting that. Yeah. Oo nga. Buti ka na
Tapos, syempre thankful na may mga taong nakaka-appreciate sa trabaho namin.
The donation of the relief goods was carefully prepared and distributed, in line with the health measures that was set by the German government. Helping and being helped by the community. This event, both for the organizers and recipients, was an uplifting experience. From the Germany Bureau, I am Frances Manalili, and we live in interesting times.